Never seen a privy be named, but there you go. Fort Relief. Huh. Good morning. Welcome to day 151. The sunrise is incredible. I'm making my tea. And the bugs are out already with a vengeance. But it's beautiful. And I'm in my tent. And they can't get me, at least for now. Gratitude. Last few days of this glorious journey. The adventure of a lifetime. The unparalleled experience. Hey there. So, I don't know if you can see the bugs all around me or not on the video. I'm hoping you can. They are relentless. When I tell you, they have no mercy. I am covered with my bug spray. I got the Katahdin. I'm not sure it was the best idea. Maybe I should have got the DEET like some of the others did. But I have my Katahdin on. I got my new bug net because I lost my other one. And thankfully, so each hostel has like something that I would say is their niche, right? It's like the one thing that they have nailed down that maybe others don't. And I would say Shaw's and their food drop process and how they do it is pretty dialed in. We texted them from the summit of Whitecap to let them know to reconfirm our time and in case there was anything else that we needed. Well, their person comes and they sit at the drop location with the stuff, Like, they don't just drop the shit and go, even though it's in like those big Home Depot buckets, those 5 gallon, I think they're 5 gallons. Anyway, they sit there and wait for you. They give you a complimentary beverage of your choice. I think it's Coke something or PBR. Of course I took a PBR. Duh. And they bring a huge trash bag so you can dump all your trash and whatever else you don't want. And he brought us a bunch of blueberry pancakes left over from breakfast. So he sits there and waits in case if something went wrong, whatever. So, and there's anything that's needed that we didn't anticipate. But I texted them from the summit of Whitecap, confirmed our beverages, and what else we might need to have added to our drop. For me, it ended up being another dehydrated meal because my sweat smelling like ammonia situation and the lack of protein that I was getting because I was eating too much ramen, which is garbage from a nutrition standpoint. So I had them add a meal and a new bug net. So it worked out perfect for me. But no one else had anything to add or change. But the guy was awesome. We were able to pack all our stuff into our bags. And I saved my beer for when we get to the campsite. And I split it with Cup. So we had a nice, I wouldn't say cold, but cool beverage by the lake as we were setting up our tents last night, which was awesome. So their resupply is dialed in. I guess other places, holy shit, I'm covered. Other places just drop the stuff and go. So I really like how they do it, where they stay to make sure everything's okay with the hikers and there weren't any last minute needs. So good job. Poet and Hippie Chick were awesome. One of the best gear shops I've been to on trail, to be perfectly honest. And they're not just selling stuff to sell stuff. They know the gear. They know what through hikers need. They've done it. And Poet's just awesome, like super chill, explains whatever you need. He'll pull out maps and work your plan through with you. Hippie Chick, she's just awesome. Really, really good in that regard. Also, breakfast is amazing. You get like 3 eggs, bacon, home fries, and pancakes. So they had some stuff that was really dialed in for hikers and very much appreciated. So definitely go there. Take advantage of the food drop. It's worth it. It's worth not carrying all that crap up all those mountains that we hit when we first came through. The terrain here, while flat-ish, is, you still got to navigate it. Still got to pay attention to what you're doing. It's not a flat track, which like a nicely groomed trail, but it's. I'm not complaining. Don't take that the wrong way. But it's not. It's sort of cruise worthy, I guess. Yesterday we did almost 20 miles, and we were going like 3 miles an hour, me and Cup, which is about a little over a mile an hour faster than normal, and probably 1.5 miles faster than what we'd been doing in a lot of New Hampshire and Maine prior to getting to the 100-mile wilderness, or prior to getting to some of these flatter sections. Today should be relatively like this. I think we get one uphill like yesterday. We had a couple little ones, a couple decent ones, I should say. And so we're going to try and get to Rainbow Stream, which is about 21 miles and change. Hoping the weather holds off. It's really nice at the moment as far as the rain goes. It's incredibly humid, like off the charts humidity. And I think that's why the bugs are so aggressive. It's their kind of weather. But that's okay. It's not raining. I think tomorrow we may end up, tomorrow and Sunday could be shitty. So I'll take this while we can. Take it while, mosquito on my arm. But that's the lake we stayed on. I don't know the name of it. I should look at it. It was a good night, sleep-wise. Not great. So, a couple things. One, we knew the northern lights were supposed to be visible last night, and Jim looked it up and told me it was like between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. was supposed to be the best visibility for Maine. So Cup and I decided I'd set my alarm for 11 and check it out, wake her up if there's anything to see. She set her alarm for 1 and she'd check it out and wake me up if there was anything to see. So I go to bed in my tent and I realized I had to charge my Garmin and my phone, but I was editing. So I ended up charging my Garmin and then I flipped it to my phone. I tried uploading a video to YouTube. It was going so slow and I need to conserve my battery because I literally need whatever I have to get me to Sunday or I'm screwed. Because that's the only way I'm going to be able to communicate with Jim on Sunday until he gets into Baxter. Then I won't be able to communicate with him at all because he won't have cell phone reception, despite that I have the Garmin. So anyway, I'm trying to conserve my power bank, and in doing so I started dozing off while I was charging, but I don't want to leave things charging while I fall asleep because it just keeps draining the power bank, especially the Garmin, because the Garmin comes on when it's charging. So if I leave it overnight, the Garmin is staying on and it's charging, so it's continuously using the power bank charge. And then my cell phone, same. I just don't want to, even if it's on airplane mode, I just don't want to leave it plugged in all night once it reaches 100%. It just doesn't make sense. So I kept sort of waking up, checking that. But more importantly, I was listening to the loons. I get too excited when I'm next to a lake and I can hear loons, honestly. And I think my brain is just so keyed up right now because there's only a few days left. And I think that my mind is just racing all over the place. And I don't know, I'm just not able to sleep. Plus, they were the loudest friggin' frogs that I've ever heard. And they went all night. So I had to put my earplugs in. But I didn't want to put my earplugs in before the 11 o'clock alarm went off to see if the lights, the northern lights were out. So I just didn't sleep good. And then after my alarm went off at 11 and I went out, didn't see anything, but I got some cool star pictures, so that was awesome. But I really didn't see any northern lights. And then after that, I just went to sleep, I think, off and on for the most part. But Cup didn't see anything, and she got up at 1 either, so yeah, it's kind of a bummer, but whatever. So I didn't sleep great. And then by the time I started to get to a point where I could go to sleep, I got hungry. And my food is all hanging in a bag on a tree. And I'm not about to get out of my tent and go get food after I've already brushed my teeth. And so my stomach's growling. It's just one of those days where I wasn't meant to get a good night's sleep, unfortunately. But that's all right. It is what it is. And I'll just push through. I haven't slept good the 2 nights before either, just because I had tea when I got to camp that had caffeine in it, and I know better. So yesterday I didn't do that, but it still didn't help. So maybe tonight I'll take a Unisom just to make sure I get some good rest for my brain. So many thoughts are going through my mind. You can't even imagine. Like, I just go from one thing to another. And then I was just thinking about hiking up Katahdin and the trail. And I've never hiked the Hunt Trail or the Apple Trail. And I was thinking, I should ask Jim to give me the rundown of the trail description from my AMC main guide. And I chuckled to myself because I'm like, you just hiked 2,150 miles plus without a trail guide. And now you think you need a trail guide for the last 10? So I was like, yeah, let's just let it be a surprise. Let's just let it be like every other mile of this trail. It is what it is, and I'm gonna hike it anyway. And having any kind of insight ahead of time isn't gonna make a difference. It's funny. Gear talk here. Not all mosquito head nets, bug nets, are created equal. The last one I had was, I think, a Cedar Summit that Jim got for me. Thank you very much, Jim. And I had a really hard time seeing through it. And this one that the hippie chick from Shaw's threw in my resupply box is a Benz, as in the bug spray Benz, the orange bottle. This one is a lot better. I can see much more with this netting. I don't know what the difference is. The fabric, maybe, the weave, whatever it is, I can see a lot better with this one. So I just wanted to let people know. I've seen a lot of them out there, and pretty much the consistent complaint by people is that they have a hard time seeing through it. Now, I'm not saying it's great, because it's not, but it's better than the other one was. So there you go. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Look at this trail. Holy shit. It's freaking awesome. Oh, I'm like gliding on this stuff. Like the vampires from Twilight. Remember how fake fast they would go? It was like they were on one of those things at the airport. I don't know what they're called. It's not an escalator because it goes flat, but they get you there faster. I feel like I'm on one of those tracks. Oh, I'll take this all day long. With that sunshine too, by the way. Thank you, Lord. Another day, no rain, or at least another morning. We'll take it. We'll take it, we'll take it, we'll take it. Oh, okay, now I gotta slow down. These things are like ice. They're so freaking slippery. Oh my God. I can't tell you how many times I've fallen off of them or almost fallen off of them. The other thing this means is I'm back in a buggy section. Oh my God, the bugs are so bad. I think the only other time I've experienced bugs, mosquitoes, biting things, horseflies, all that to this degree was when Jim and I hiked. We did a backpacking trip on the Cutler Coast in Maine. Dear Lord, the mosquitoes were bigger than the birds. And there were so many of them. It was crazy. But I will also say, if you ever have a chance to backpack the Cutler Coast, put that on your absolute must-do list. It was one of the most beautiful places I think I've ever seen. We camped in a stealth spot. They're all stealth sites. First come, first serve. And we found an amazing spot on the cliffs overlooking the ocean. If I can drop a photo in, I will. We had the most amazing views. We were on the top of a cliff, and we were able to walk down the rocks a ways to have dinner. We cooked our little freeze-dried meals on the rocks and sat there where it was a little breezier and more enjoyable. And then went to bed and woke up in the morning, and it was pretty cool because you could see and hear like all the lobster boats. You know, like there wasn't a ton of them, but there might have been, I don't know, maybe four of them, maybe five, all out in the distance. But it was pretty cool. Definitely a unique experience. I was so surprised too that there were mosquitoes like that there, because I was like, okay, I'm on the ocean. Never really associated mosquitoes and ocean, but because we were in the hike itself, went through woods like this, I guess you could say, with a lot of bogs. So it was beautiful. Cutler Coast, Maine. Of course, Maine, beautiful Maine. It's pretty in here. It's super sandy. Hiding behind those clouds is Katahdin. It's there, but it's hiding. That mist, so hazy. Up we go. Holy cow. Steep up. Ooh-wee. Work it, baby. Still climbing this bad boy. Hot. It's so hot right now. I went swimming at lunch. You wouldn't even know it. Everything got dry, sort of. And now everything is drenched with sweat. Oh my God. Yeah. Seemed a lot steeper than that. Oh, I'd say this was worth it. Wow. Wow. Wow, look at that. I think that's where we had lunch. Way down on that beach. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Holy cow, that is beautiful. Wow. This is amazing. I am over the moon stoked right now after just seeing Mount Katahdin in the clouds. Holy moly. I had no idea that there was a potential viewpoint at the summit of that mountain. So that caught me way by surprise. And I'm just like, I was like, cup of tea. There's Katahdin. She's like, okay. I'm a bit of a spaz, as you know by now, and she is not. Oh my gosh. That's it in the clouds out there. Ooh, I'm so excited. across that. Ugh. I gotta be honest, I'm kind of done with river crossings. I really don't want to do any more. They're a little nerve-wracking. They're not terrible. There's only been one that was really scary, but they're just nerve-wracking. Listening to music just to help me stay motivated, and the song that came on just now is Sister by Dave Matthews Band, and always makes me cry. My sister, who I love with all my heart, is crazy just like me in a different way. But she says, I've been crying so much out here, happy tears, sad tears, whatever. I'm going to get dehydrated. Anyway, so the song came on, and of course I started to cry. And I can't wait to see you, Lori. I'm going to see you before you see this. But I just want you to know I'm out here in the wilderness, air quotes, all these roads. I'm out here and I'm just thinking about you, and I really miss you, girl. And I can't wait to see you and give you a death squeeze. Sister. Crazy girl shutting this. It just hit me. This will no longer be my life every day. In a few days,